Good day, fine people, and welcome to the highly acclaimed lifestyle and self-help program, What's Your Problem? Where we provide answers to your most problematic and quizzical quandaries and help you to live your best life ever. And now, the host of What's Your Problem, Miss Primrose Zander Feltstone.
Hello. I am glad to be here this Tuesday. It is Kentucky Derby week. Yes, it is. I'm so excited. It's a fun-filled week of activities designed to get you horse racing enthusiasts worked up. And oh my goodness, you see, I got my fascinator. Now, I won't be going to the Derby this year. However, I did dabble in some new designs for fascinators. See, you think I'm just into cosmetics? Well, my other half is all about fashion. I am a little bit of a fashionista, and I am wearing a racy print in honor of the Derby. And my favorite fascinator, it's red hot. I love it. And you know what? If you visit the Derby this year, you'll have to check out Miss Primrose Fascinators because they are fabulous. Now, also in honor of the Derby, before I bring my friends in, I just want to talk about the fact that there's a couple of horses that I'm honoring tonight. I know there's a bumblebee on my cup here, my insulated cup, but my friend's Bonnick is one of the horses. He is in the 20th position. And there's another horse, Midnight Bourbon. So I'll be drinking some bourbon in honor of those two horses. Now, their odds are 20-1 and 30-1, respectively. But who cares, right? I say cheers to them and all the other horses. We might talk about some of the others later. But I want to bring in my friend, Dr. Olga, who I think might be out on the farm.
Hello,
Oh,
Miss
there
Prim.
you are.
So good to see you. I'm very happy to be here.
I'm happy to see you. Yeah, and I see I called it a farm. I know it's a ranch. I should get that right.
That's okay. We're not bothered by that. You call it farm, we call it ranch, whatever you like. I don't mind.
Oh, well, it's good to see.
What?
Now, how is Anastasia coming along?
Something is missing. What is this? One of us is not here.
Oh, well, I'm glad you mentioned that. I just skipped right over it, didn't I? You know what,
Yeah.
Bob isn't here today,
What
right?
happened?
I think he had a beanstalk emergency, I heard.
Oh, that's it. You know, he has farm too. The farm tells you what time to do what.
Right.
That is it.
So he's out there tending his beans, because I think I don't know if it's lima or green or French or slivered or baked beans, but either way, he's tending his beans out in the fields.
Hey, beans, snow peas.
Snow peas, is that a bean? I don't know
Yes.
about that.
Okay.
You ought to stick to your pygmy goats.
I know. I stick to what I know, not what I don't know. I don't know kitchen, nothing.
No, that's all right. Well, you know what? I was hoping, even though he's not here, I was thinking I was gonna do Bob's meditation. Right. So let's give it a good old try, shall we? Let's see if we can calm ourselves.
You go.
Well, I don't know about you. Are you feeling any better?
I don't know. I can't. I think so. You know what, Miss Prim? I think maybe you got something there.
Oh, I don't want to steal Bob's thunder. I never want to do that. I'm going to stick in my lane, as they say. Have you heard that expression? You stay in your lane.
Stay in your lane.
Yeah. Look, somebody's talking like, giddy up. That's what I forgot. You know what? When I go out a little bit later, maybe I'll bring you I have my little crop,
Yes.
get my horses going. I'm going to go share it with you. I forgot it, but I have it in the other room. Anywho, well, do you know what today is, Dr. Olga?
Today, tell us, Miss Prim.
Well, I know it's Tuesday, and I already told you it's Kentucky Derby week, but it is also Babe Ruth Day.
Babe
Now
Ruth.
that's a candy bar. Did you know that?
That's a candy bar. I know this one. This is nice. I like with
Yeah.
nuts and chocolate and a little nougat in there.
Yeah, what is nougat anyway? I never knew what nougat was.
Where'd that name come from? Nougat. It's fun to say.
It is a
nougat.
word.
Everybody say nougat.
Nougat. Nougat. I love that word.
Nougat.
But
What
yeah,
is-
no, I think today, I don't think it's about the candy though. I think it's about the baseball player. Nougat. Yeah, look at that. Nougat. Boy, that came up fast. We
Whoa.
have an incredible producer because that
Yes, we
wasn't on
do.
our list.
That
Isn't
is
she
amazing.
something? That Terri, our producer. She's laughing in my ear because she thinks we don't give her any cred. But we give her cred
don't.
here.
Of course we do. We would
Oh,
be
my
nothing
goodness.
without her.
I know. You know what? We ought to yeah, so let me tell you. So it's not only Babe Ruth Day, like, you know, the candy and the baseball player, but it's also Devil Dog Day. Now, I can tell you about a devil dog.
What's
because,
that?
oh my goodness, it's like a spongy cake thing, and it's got cream in the center.
It
and
has
you know, they
dog
used
in it? It's
no,
got,
no,
like from Korea, maybe?
no.
Oh, no, I don't like that.
I don't either. That's why I prefer the one that doesn't have the dog in it. It's just in the name. It's not in the inside.
Oh, I'm
Mhm.
sorry.
Yeah,
I'm
but it's
sorry.
also they call it the devil dog is also a term for the military, like the Marines. They call them devil dogs because they're
Devil
so
dog.
intense and
Yeah.
muscular and bull strong like bull like
Strong-
probably
Hey, you sound like my cousin Myrna. You sound like Myrna.
Mother
that-
talks like that, does she?
Yes, you sound just like her. Oh my God.
Oh, nougat. Yes, so today's Devil Dog Day. It's also Prime Rib Day and Tell a Story Day. Is there a story you could tell us today?
What was the last one you broke up? I couldn't hear you.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's Tell a Story Day.
Tell a story. What would you like to hear about? The goat that went over the hill?
Oh my goodness! Did you lose another goat?
The goat that went over the hill. No, it is Louis. What is that? Come on now. You know, Larry, you get your turn later. Now's my turn. Okay, relax. He gets so excited to be on here, you know, with Larry talk. Anyway, so, yeah, so what I say? I
You were
forgot.
talking about Louis, I think.
See what Larry does to me? Louis the goat
Right.
goes over the mountain and he comes around and he goes in the circle and then he says, I go up again. And that's what he does. He goes up again and he comes down again. And then he goes to the corner store. That is Russian, maybe no translate very well, but this is Russian joke. This is the funny. Oh my God, that's so funny. He goes to the store. Louis, see, I had you with my story, right?
Louis C.K. I got you. He went to the corner store. Isn't there a comedian named Louis C.K.? I don't know. Any relation, you know, he could be related to a goat. I'm not sure.
You never know.
You never know with those comedians, as they call them. Okay, well, I'm going to go on to our mailbag because we got some people that wrote us some letters.
Yes, let's
So we're going to
help
go on to
people.
that. Okay, here we go. So this one is Home Away from Home hedge trimmer. I'm not sure if you know what that is. I'll explain it in a minute. So
Okay.
my neighbor bought a hedge trimmer 3 summers ago, and it's been eating at me. Is it too late to ask for it back, or am I being petty? My hedges look like crap, and I have to hire a landscaper or buy a new hedge trimmer. The weed whacker isn't doing the trick either. What do you think about that? What should they do?
Oh.
You know what a hedge trimmer is?
No, what is this thing?
Well, it's an electric thing or gas thing, right? And it's got all kinds of teeth on it, and you kind of hold it up like this, and you go across the hedges, and it cuts them.
A hushach. A
what?
hushach. A hushach.
Oh,
We have this here. Because the front of my farm, people come to visit, so we make it nice, the bush, you know?
right.
That's what we call. So I know what you mean. So he has it for 3 years?
3 years. That's what it
Is
says.
he crazy? Why didn't he ask for it back the first year?
I know. I think it's past, right? He should just go out and buy himself a new hedge trimmer.
I think so. Maybe
I
forget
think
about
you're
it.
right.
Look,
Oh,
Bob is here. What?
Bob is here. He's asking what's the etiquette about phone calls in the bathroom? Should I make
Oh,
calls in the bathroom or FaceTime? I don't think so.
are you
Um,
okay, Bob? You're in the bathroom?
I
Oh
don't know.
my.
Bob's assistant Kate must be helping him out with his
Oh
activities
yeah.
in the bathroom. Oh, nougat. Yep. Well, he's getting. I don't know.
Oh.
Maybe he's talking about. I don't know. Remember that store? I don't know. Did you ever see that movie with the baby Ruth was floating in the pool? Boy, it's like a full circle show today, right? There's a baby Ruth floating in the pool. It was nougat.
Oh my God, my allergies are kicking up.
Why don't you take a shot of bourbon?
Oh my
Hold
God.
on, you'll feel better.
I have my vodka.
Oh, okay. Instead, I'm gonna drink my bourbon for a minute.
Oh, vodka's good. Good stuff.
Okay. Well, sometimes you gotta wet your whistle. Well, let me look at another question because I think I just tinkled just a little bit in that little segment. You
what
know
was
what we were
that?
talking?
How
we were
many
talking about
pads?
right, Linus.
Linus. How many liners was it?
I think that was a 2-liner.
I think you better explain to the people out there what the liner is, just to remind them that if they don't know it.
Okay. Well, sometimes here, what's your problem? Even though we're serious most of the time, sometimes we do laugh just a little bit. And if you laugh a little too hard and you're a woman of one of our ages, well, you need a liner so you don't tinkle in your panties, if you know what I'm saying. So
So
that
you
was a
don't piss
2-liner.
in your pants.
Right. So that was a 2-liner. That means it was a little bit more than just a and a little bit.
But not as much as the floodgates. Five liners is floodgate.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for the reminder. Oh my
That is
goodness.
good.
I'm having a hot flash at the same time.
Oh, that's getting.
Okay, well, I'm going to read you another little story. Oh my goodness. I think I need to go jump in the pool. I'm embarrassed to admit it, but this is called Sunday Steals and Deals. I'm embarrassed to admit this, but my husband gets up very early on Sunday morning to read the newspaper. Well, that's not the bad part. It's the neighbor's newspaper. He is too cheap to pay for a subscription. He always returns it in pristine condition, minus the parade magazine and coupons. Should I let him know that I know? Oh boy. What do you think about that?
God. What?
Well,
What's
if
he
you ask
doing?
me, he's taking the best parts of the paper, the parade magazine and the coupons. Now,
But you can't keep them. He has to put it back.
well, he keeps that part, apparently,
You can't
according
keep
to the
it. You
story.
gotta put. You know what? You cheap bastard. You know she's crazy. This lady. Why is she married to this guy? This guy's too cheap. Go buy your own freaking paper.
Well, you know what? You can read the paper online, for heaven's sakes, but I know you got to pay for that too.
Yes.
But then you don't get the coupons, right? Maybe he needs something to do on a Sunday afternoon. He likes to clip the coupons.
God, boy, I'm glad I'm not with this guy. Tell him he's too cheap.
All right. Well, you know what? This is some problems of our listeners, right? And you know what? I just want to remind people out there that they can send us their questions and their problems too. But let's talk about what's going on in the world around us, shall we?
Yes. I love that sound.
Isn't it fun? I love it too. So I don't know. Did you hear on the news that Britney Spears is trying to get to court again for her, what do they call that? Conservatorship?
Yes. This poor little girl. I have spoken to her before. She's been to my ranch.
Oh, has she?
Yes, she came and she went with the goats and communed and shaved all her hair again. She did it again.
Oh my goodness.
She said, I want fresh start. So she and Larry hung out for the whole afternoon. She hung out with Larry's very special. You don't understand. When you have private time with Larry, you'll understand. He's very powerful. He can communicate and read her mind and tell her what she needs.
No kidding. I would have never known. Well, so
Yes.
you think she's going to succeed this time in court? I'm wondering if people out in Vegas are taking a book on this. You know
Well,
what the odds are.
Yeah, I am a doctor, so I know that psychologically, this girl, she's got some problems. But now she's mother, she's older, she's lady. The father should not be so much involved.
Right?
They
Like,
should-
get over yourself. I think
That's
he's just
too-
trying to control the money. Now,
Of
I have an
course.
issue with people trying to control my money. And that
Right.
could be very well be why I don't have any more husbands. I'm just saying.
Well, that's how many you have. You already had 5, 6.
Well, I've had 6, and we're still trying to find the 6th one.
Oh,
Because,
that's right.
yeah, we don't know where he is. But maybe he's down at the track. I'm not sure. Oh, look at that.
Somebody
Someone
loves
loves your
my-
typing.
Because they get to see my sparkly rings. You see my rings?
Oh, look at you all fancy.
Oh,
all fancy. What else in the news we want to talk about? Anything get your attention this week?
Because I will be back in New York again. I'm coming back. Because I have to go back and forth. I have my goats there in Riverside Park now for like maybe 2-3 months to clean up the park. Now I could go to New York and not wear a mask. This stupid. Look at this. I don't have to do this no more. Because New York, now they say anybody in New York, Cuomo, that guy Cuomo, he tell everybody it's okay. No mask outside.
Oh, well, that's
Unless-
good for you.
Unless big crowd, then you have to wear mask.
You know what? I had an idea for you. I don't know how long you're planning to go back to New York, but I think it'd be good if you helped out the Yankees.
The Yankees?
The Yankees, the baseball team, I understand they're having some a real bad start to the new baseball season.
Yankee.
Yeah, Yankees.
Okay.
You know, it's a baseball team.
Yes, there's the Yankees and then you have the Mets.
Right. I don't know if you follow one, but the Yankees this year are having a terrible start, and they could probably use some of your goat therapy. I think Larry would do them a world of good.
They very well could, and we're in negotiation now to talk with the team, not Yankees, but with the Mets, because they're in a lot of trouble. They don't seem to be doing so good. So
they never do good, from what I recall.
And you know that MetLife Stadium?
That's a different sport. That's MetLife Stadium is for
but
football.
the one in Queens, I don't know. In Queens, there's something.
Oh,
there.
that's not MetLife Stadium. That's something else. MetLife is in New Jersey, I think. City Field. There you go.
Okay.
What do I know about sports all the way out here in Tuscaloosa?
They had a weed problem there
Ah.
last year because of the pandemic. No games, this, that. My goats came. They cleaned it up.
Maybe you can do some cleaning up over at Yankee Stadium too, out in the Bronx. That's
In
not
the
that far.
Bronx. Yes,
Ooh,
yes.
look, we have a caller.
Ooh, Butch from Baltimore. Where's that?
Hello. Yeah, this is Butch. Thanks
Hi,
for
Butch.
the call. Baltimore, we're like near the nation's capital a little bit. Hey, thanks for taking the time to answer everyone's questions. It's
Of
such a
course.
help.
You are
I'm
very
really-
important to us.
Well,
Butch.
I feel really important. You make everybody feel important here. That's what I love about this show.
That's it.
So here's my question for you two ladies, and I'm really missing Bob because I can relate a lot with Bob. I've been doing my normal dating routine. I go out about once a week, usually Saturdays, on a date. I'm not serious with anyone. I'm just having a good time, and I'm a little old-fashioned, so I like to pick up the check. But lately, I've been noticing the cost to eat in restaurants has become a little steep.
Oh, yes.
It's like I'm not in New York City, but $125 for a New York strip, really?
Wow.
That's a lot of money.
I know, right? So I understand we've all been affected by the COVID this year, and I'm paying a lot for my weekly date nights, like more than I pay for my rent. I might need to take out a loan. But
Oh, my.
have you noticed this phenomenon?
Well,
I can say I have noticed the cost of things, but typically I just write it off to my business, right? So because I take in so much that I have to expend it so that I don't pay any taxes. Now that's
Creative.
and now I don't know if you have any opportunity to do that. Now I'm not suggesting that you do anything fraudulent. Now please don't misunderstand me. We don't want to steal you wrong and get you into bigger trouble. However,
Yeah. I
yeah,
don't go to jail. That would
yeah, no,
me.
no.
I have suggestion for you, Butch from Baltimore.
Yeah.
Yes. You ask this next time, girl, you say, let's go for a hike. And I bring picnic basket. You don't have to go spend crazy money.
Yeah, I was going to say, like, how about a barbecue or like the Olive Garden or something?
Don't say Olive Garden. You don't want to do Olive Garden. Nah. Oh, Olive Garden is disgusting. Oh my God.
Well, you know what?
Breadsticks. And oh, look, Larry, he hates it too. God.
You know
right,
what
Larry?
though? If you could get a coupon, Butch,
See-
I don't know if you're adverse to using a coupon, but oftentimes in the Sunday paper, now that person who wrote in about it now it made me think, there's nothing wrong with using a coupon to save a couple of dollars, or go to the early bird special, because sometimes you can get a BOGO, a buy one get one, or appetizer for free or something, or you do one of those. I don't know. Do you prefer Applebee's, Olga?
Oh no, my God! You know what? He's doomed. He's doomed if he uses this coupon, and bring Olive Garden, Applebee. What is that other one? I don't know. Chinese Garden, whatever it is. Nah, this is no good. Nah, just make it like it's romantic. Write a little note. And in the little note say, I have planned for you, meet me at the park, blah, 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 blah. And it'd be very, very nice. I tell
Maybe
you.
you could meet me with Larry. That would be cool at the park.
I'm sorry, Butch, but you'd have to call my office, go onto my website, www.drolga.com, and you could talk to my secretary.
All right, I'll do
Natasha. Talk to Natasha.
Thanks so much.
But it's business,
Right. Well, okay.
Business.
Thank you, Butch. We need to get on to our show, and we're gonna move on to another little segment of ours. Now that Butch hung up, I think he was hitting on you, Dr. Olga.
I felt like something that was inappropriate.
Oh yeah. Did you feel a little tingling anywhere?
Hey, listen, not to say anything, but you know what? It makes old lady feel good inside,
I gotcha. I understand. All right. Well, we need to cool down, and our producer's got another video for her cocktail of the week.
Oh, look at that. I'm ready. I got my cocktail.
Last week, Larry and I hung around after the show and talked a little bit about what producers and goats talk about. Things might have gotten a little out of hand, but we ended up having a long discussion about what the best Russian cocktail is. My favorite is always ice-cold Russian vodka in a dry martini with 3 olives, please. Now, Larry, on the other hand, since the national drink of Kazakhstan happens to be fermented horse milk, Larry's choice is always the Moscow Mule. The most authentic way to serve up a Moscow Mule is to use a copper cup. I can't find mine, so this glass will do. Squeeze in 3 or 4 wedges of lime. Add 2 ounces of vodka, top it off with ginger beer, I use Gosling's, and give it a stir. The Moscow Mule.
What do you know? Would you look at that?
Hey.
You know what? I don't know. That was Larry. He sure does get around, doesn't he?
And now, Producer Petri, you know what you did to my goat? Oh my God. My goat, Larry, he was no good for 3 days. He was gone on his back. He couldn't do nothing. He's not so used to drinking,
Yeah, I understand.
But every time I'm in New York, I have, my apartment in New York is in the Plaza Hotel. So we have the mini bar. And he's always going in the mini bar. I think maybe Larry has a little bit of a drinking problem. Somebody says he's a lightweight.
Well, now it sounds like he's disputing it. Well,
I
you know
don't
what?
know. I wasn't there, Larry. You were there, and and I saw you for 3 days on your back. So don't argue with me. And we had to break 3 appointments. We had 3 of them. 3. Son of a gun. Anyway,
I'm so sorry. You know what?
That makes me want to
drink
more.
I wonder while you're drinking that. I'm wondering, do goats get rabies?
Sure they do. Of course they do.
I never knew. I just thought I'd ask because I'm thinking of a rabid goat going around because you know what? Everybody's going out and getting those vaccination shots and what have you. And I got online the other day. Line was clear and to the end of the block.
Yeah.
And then I realized when I got to the front that it was the line for rabies vaccinations. I was on the wrong vaccinations line. And for some reason I thought of Larry. I don't know why. But anywho, well, you know what? I think it's the time of our show where Larry gets to shine. I know he's
Larry, it's your turn.
Bit.
Okay, Larry, come on.
You've got troubles and need some fun. Go to Larry, he's the one.
Larry, he's the best. Okay, do you have a question for Larry? What do you got, Prim? Larry, how do you know when you were in love? Tell me about your Larry, they want to know about your first love. Okay, Larry, tell me. Okay. Yep, there they are. There's Anastasia. Right, I know. Larry proposed to her in the back of the barn with everybody standing around. And I said, you took big chance because maybe she say no, but she say yes. And then they ate the flowers. That's the customary thing for the goat. They eat flower when they marry each other.
Oh, that's a beautiful sentiment. Now, how long have they been married? I'm curious.
Let me ask Larry because you know what? Men never know the dates that when they meet. They remember football scores and everything else, but they never remember the date of their wedding.
Same thing with goats?
Yes, Larry. What? When did you get married to Anastasia? July 3rd and 4th. He did a 2-day wedding last year, 2020, in middle of pandemic. You remember that? I can't believe he remembers.
Well, it wasn't that long ago. It was only a year ago.
That's true. You're off the hook for today there, Larry. Yes.
Well, I wonder if we have another question for Larry because he is a very popular goat.
People, well, you know what? Larry is Anastasia's love, and that's their babies. The twins that were born. Those are Larry's babies. And Larry's now like a father figure, so he's trying to straighten up and fly right.
Well, I guess maybe that little episode with our producer was, because he was in town, right? So yes. That was him sowing his oats before he had to go back home.
Talk about sowing oats. Oh, my God. You're not kidding me. He was so off the wall. Oh, my God. They almost threw us out of the Plaza Hotel.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness. Well, here's another, here it is. What is the strangest thing you have ever eaten, Larry?
Oh, my God, Larry. Do you remember? What did you eat? Yeah, I know you're sorry, but sorry doesn't cut it anymore. He took my grandmother's hat and ate it. This is replica, what you call replica?
That is a word. Mm-hmm.
This is old custom to hand it down to your granddaughter. This is not the one that because he ate it. I'm still very upset with you, Larry, when you did that.
Oh my goodness. Well, we got a little bit of a deeper glimpse into the life of Larry, and you know what?
You have to watch him.
It's time already. I'm looking forward to the Kentucky Derby with Brooklyn Strong. It's making me reminded me of my friend Rosie Cannoli. And there's a horse named Obesos. I don't know if he has anything to do with that Jeff Bezos dude. But anyway, and then there's one named Hidden Stash and Helium and Highly Motivated Superstock. Well, and then there's one called Soup and Sandwich, which is about my style. Because I'm going to go have me a soup and sandwich now, but not at the Olive Garden. So if we can remind people, your problems become our problems, and hopefully they're problems no more. Until next time, bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
What's Your Problem is a purely fictional portrayal of a self-help show.
Laddie, say
Any
goodbye.
likeness to any of your particular life issues is purely, I can assure you, by accident. If you haven't noticed, this is a comedy show, and we are in no way, shape, or form qualified to give you or anyone else mental health or, frankly, any other kind of advice. So please, seek qualified counseling if you need help.
Giddy up, boys.
Giddy up. Ah, Larry.